Guys, I have a problem and it is horrible. Okay, it's not that horrible, it's amazing. But it's horrible for my bank account because you probably have guessed it from the title and from what I just said. But I bought books and I am going to share them with you today because I'm very excited about the books I have gotten. There's also going to be another book haul soon after this one, a couple videos down the road, or a video down the road, because my friend had given me books and so I want to show those off, but I kind of don't want these two to be together. So this is in no particular order. I'm just gonna pick up the books and show you them. So the first book we have is Between Shades of Grey by Ruta Sepetys, and this book is about this girl, and she is from Lithuania. Her name is Lena, and her family get taken in the middle of the night kind of to these camps, and she is using art to try and reach her father in his prison camp because they got separated. And this is based in June of 1941. And can we just talk about how beautiful this cover is? And this was $4.25 because the place where I went was 2nd and Charles, and it's in Harrisburg area, and they have new releases and also used books and everything like that. So this was great. Next we have A Great and Terrible Beauty by Libba Bright, and this is about a girl named Gemma Doyle, and she isn't like other girls. She goes to this academy in London after tragedy strikes her family in India, and she is being followed by this young man, and she finds out that she has these powers that are supernatural-ish kind of, and she finds out her mom is connected to this group called the Order, and that's her destiny and everything like that. And I got this because I also got another Libba Bray book, and so I saw it and I was like, man, I've heard a lot of people talk about it and I've heard a lot of people say it was good. I kind of just loved the description. So the next book is a book that I read in my childhood-ish years. I definitely wasn't much older than 9th grade, I don't believe, when I read this, but I saw it and I was super excited because this was one of the first scarier books that I read as a child, and it actually kind of really scared me, but I got it anyway because I would love to reread it, and that is Sweet Miss Honeywell's Revenge by Catherine Rice. And if any of you guys have read this, please let me know because, oh my goodness, this book is about this little girl and she buys this dollhouse, and this dollhouse seems to be haunted, and so everybody is being controlled by the haunting of this dollhouse, and specifically this one doll, and everybody must get out from under her grasp or else something dangerous is going to happen. And this book was $2.43. Next is one that I'm actually really excited about, but I don't know the full description. I just know that everybody reads it and has loved it, and that is Slaughterhouse-Five by Kurt Vonnegut. I really have no idea what this is about. It's a classic, and it's an anti-war book apparently, centering on the infamous firebombing of Dresden. Billy Pilgrim's Odyssey through time reflects the mythic journey of our own fractured lives as we search for meaning in what we fear most. So I saw this and I was like, man, I have to get that because I've been wanting to have it, and I finally saw that a place had it and it was cheap because it was $3.50, so I picked it up. And then another one that I'm really excited about, I have on ebook, I believe, I'm not too sure, but I wanted the physical copy, and this is another classic, and I really don't have to go into much detail about this because everybody knows it, and that is Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. And I saw this and I immediately picked it up because it's not every day that I find this book for this cheap, and so I was really excited because I've never read Frankenstein. I don't read many classics, and so I was like, I'm gonna pick it up and I'm gonna end up reading it because I'm super excited to read this book. And this was $4.99. So the next two books are ones that I was really excited about, and one is full price, but it was totally worth it. The other book that was by Libba Bright is The Diviners by Libba Bright, and I don't fully get the description of this book. It is about this girl named Ellie O'Neill, and she is in New York City in the 1926, and she has this supernatural power, and she has to live with her uncle Will, and he is obsessed with the occult, and she's afraid that he's going to find out that she has this power. And the police in the city find this girl who's been murdered, and they had cryptic symbols on this girl, and Will, her uncle, was called to the scene, and so she was brought into it. That is all I really know about this book. I'm not fully too sure, but I'm really excited because I've heard so many great things about this book, and it was $7, and it was a lot cheaper than the paperback that they were selling. So I was like, man, I'm gonna get it. It's totally worth it. And then the last book, which is, I believe, a new release, or that has just came out a little bit ago, and one that I have been hearing about a lot. One of the booktubers that I watch mentioned this book in one of her videos, and it made me want to read it so badly, and that is Between the Lines by Jodi Picoult and Samantha Van Leer. And this is a book about this girl who's kind of like this loner, and she just reads books constantly, and in the general gist of things, this book character ends up falling in love with her, and so it's basically a fangirl's dream in this book. We all want to have that fictional character fall in love with us and everything like that. I'm really excited about this one. So these are all the books I got the other day at Secondhand Charles, also known as Geek Heaven according to my boyfriend's brother, and I'm going to set these down because these are actually somewhat heavy. I will leave links to all the books Goodreads pages in the description box down below. If you like this video, give it a huge thumbs up, and if you've read any of these books, leave them in the comments down below, your thoughts and opinions, because I definitely would love to know if you've read them or what you're thinking of these books. If you'd like to be my friend on any social media, I have all my links in the description box as well. I'd love to be friends with you. And until next video, bye guys!